Game 2 here of this best of 3, the quarterfinals of Go for SC2 Thursday. I'm Madals, and up in the top right hand position, we have got the Teal Zerg, representing S-Forge. It's IceTea. Did I say teal? I meant pink. And his opponent down in the bottom left, the Red Protoss. 1-0 up so far in this best of 3. One game, or one win away from advancing into the semi-finals. It is Moop. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing Moop correctly, because it's got some umlauts on the O. And I don't really understand how they work, because being English, I have never ever learned or attempted to learn another language. And I know we have a bad name for that around the world, but it's true. Our education system doesn't really value languages other than English. And you only make it worse for yourselves, because every other country I've been to seems to speak English. And so we just get taught from our parents that, don't worry, everyone speaks English. And then we never learn it. So we don't know what umlauts mean. And that was the big circle of story that I happily told you all there. Now, once again, the drone is getting the early scout. Better be safe than sorry, because only one loss would mean elimination for IceTea. Also worth noting that Moop has done an amazing job of taking down an awful lot of IceTea's teammates. Took down Cuban, took out Electro in the round of 32 and round of 16. Both on S-Forge. So, is Moop going to try and go for the all-kill? He very well could. I don't know if anyone else from S-Forge are actually still in the event. Yeah, they are. Senin is still in. So it'll be interesting to see if Moop and Senin met in the finals. That would be exciting. Now anyway, enough of this random speculation and hypothesizing about who could be where and what kind of team kills could happen. We do just have Moop. Just chilling at the moment. Adding in his Cybercore. Still only on that one gas. Overgrowth is another map where it can be quite nice, going for that really aggressive style of a lot of zealots. Different opening though so far from IceTea. IceTea, he's gone hatch. Probably going to go hatch pool. Should go hatch pool. There we go. Still, a lot of fun. A lot of aggression coming on through. Spawning pool. Of course, just chilling. We got Warp Gate Tech being chrono boosted. Okay, so that does say that it could be that 4 gateway play. We'll wait and see exactly what he's going to do. Second chrono boost coming through. Okay, so it's definitely going to be 4 gates now. 1 gas, 4 gates, lots of zealots. This probe is in a really annoying position. Like, this almost definitely won't get scouted there. Be interesting to see if a pylon comes down. Okay, couple of spines already on their way in. Third base has been cancelled. Couple more. Just waiting patiently at the moment. There's the third gateway now. This has all been seen by the Overlord. It can't see the third, but it's expecting the other 2. It sees the other 2, knows that's coming. Spines already coming up. Only 2 spines this time. Regardless though, this is still an awkward situation because the third base doesn't exist. And so already somewhat of what wanted to be achieved has been. Remember the spawning pool was delayed because it was hatch pool, and already a key component of this opening from IceTea has been thwarted. Warp Gate Tech now finished. The additional 3 gateways coming on through. A lot of lings coming on down. This is keeping the drone count low. Behind this, probe production is continuing. Lings checking around. There's the warping of a couple more zealots. The zealots need to be careful now. They need to make sure that pylon stays alive. Okay, already 1 ling dies. The pylon should get spotted. Does just get spotted. Another pylon coming on up though. Other ling's going to be able to get back to spot this one. More zealots warping in. The Rotron coming on down. This is still very stressful times at the moment for IceTea. He's trying to get that Rotron. The Queen's pushing on forward. Still looking quite cool at the moment. More zealots coming on through. The Zealots hugging up on that pylon. They want a few more waves of warpins. An additional 2 spines coming on in. A couple of Lings ready to go and counterattack, but notice second sentry already getting warped in. Forward now come these Zealots. Only 2 spines rather than the 3 that there were in the last game. Roaches, though, soon to pop out. 1 spine down. The second spine going to start taking some damage as well. The drone also taking quite a bit of fire. The Roaches any second popping out. Time warp being used. There's the Roaches. 2 more spines also finishing up. That's getting some more damage through. 1 queen is soon to fall. The Mothership Core having to back away. Good transfuse onto that spine caller. Keeps it alive for the moment. The Roaches are getting taken down. More Zealots warping on in. No sign of any Stalkers though. The Zealots starting to go to town on a couple of these drones. The Mothership Core coming on over as well. The Queen's being kept occupied currently. With the Roaches though coming on over, this spine should get saved. Will get saved. The Roaches there, just in the nick. Only 3 workers were killed. And there was a lot of Zealots warped in. But overall the resources lost, fairly equal. And of course the drone count already pretty low. Due to it only being 2 bases. Another Roach has been killed. The Mothership Core though is going to die. Poor Mothership Core. Want to keep that alive. That had a good amount of energy on it. Behind this robotics facility coming on through. A few more Stalkers have got warped in as well. Forcing more Lings out, preventing any more drones coming. IceTea is in a difficult position. Trying to move up into a lair. It's going to be tough to do much off the back of this. 1 shot from the Stalker. Going to start trying to work through this. The Mothership Core came over. The Stalker could actually kill that Overlord. And that's what's going to happen with the 2 sentries helping. A few more Stalkers coming in. That is one very dead Overlord. That'll actually supply block quite heavily. IceTea does not have any more Overlords in production at the moment. Starting up a 3rd hatch now. Of course, already we do have the Immortal production started. Still no Overlords. Okay, there we go. 5 coming through at once. This is a very big supply block. IceTea really on the ropes at the moment. No need for a 3rd base at the moment. From Moop, he's still on equal bases, which is where he wants to be. Still forced a lot of units out. Moop. Soon to have the 2nd Immortal. Going to be looking to come across the map. Spire coming on in. This Spire's going to take quite a while. Interesting to see whether Moop just goes for this or whether he instead decides to go for a 3rd. Looks like a 3rd's going to be on the cards. Get scouted. That's quite nice for IceTea, but IceTea, I'm concerned about this Spire. Where's the money coming from for it? There's no 5th or 6th gas. The rest of the gases have been delayed and pumped a lot into Roaches. And the Sentry and Stalker count isn't terrible as of yet. More gateway units coming on through. What would be really beneficial is if an Observer was out, and there is one queued up. But the Spire will be done before an Observer is finished and over there. A hallucinated Phoenix could be another good option. Scouting in general has been rather lapsed by Moop. 3rd Immortal, now down on the field. A couple of additional spines coming on in. This is costing more resources from IceTea, of course. Got a decent number of Zerglings ready to come and attack into this 3rd. As long as the army doesn't move out, should be okay in stopping it. But the army is moving out at the moment. Observer with the Force. The Spire is now finished. 10 Mutalisks on their way. 10 Mutas are having to deal with 8 sentries, 7 Stalkers. But it's what's on the ground. More Lings coming on through. 3rd base. Forcing a couple of warpins of Zealots. Zealots aren't going to be able to deal very well, so a mass recall is going to be triggered. And in a strange way, that actually works out quite nicely for Moop, because if he was across the map and all of his anti-air, or a lot of his anti-air was taken out, that could have caused him problems. Pushing back these Roaches now. Doesn't want to chase too far. Good force fields. Catches everything. Okay, that was beautiful. But his army is now quite a long way away from his main, and that's about to get hit by a decent chunk of Mutalisks. Watchtower can see them coming though. Knows that they're here. More Stalkers already warping in. The Warp Prism is there as well. Couple of Lings coming on through. The focus needs to be the Mutalisks. They are the big threat. Lings up into the main base as well. They're splitting down towards the 3rd at the moment. More Stalkers warping in currently. What is Moop going to do? Base trade is a good choice. If he does want to go for that, it can work nicely. He's got enough energy for 1 Photon Overcharge. Put Pulling all of his probes down here now. Zealots warping in. We'll buy a bit more time. The counterattack is solid because actually the mutas are not going to base trade very well. So as long as he can actually deal with this army at the front and anything on the ground, he should be in a strong position. But he's going to have a slaughtered economy behind. Moop is hoping that he can just win here. 3 Immortals, a lot of Stalkers, a lot of Sentries. Force Field's going to block off quite a lot of these units from coming on through. That means the Spine Crawlers can be engaged quickly and efficiently. The 3 Immortals, the Stalkers, they're dishing out a lot of damage. It's being done well. Down goes these Spines. They're not going to be helping too much longer as long as the focus is good. They are quickly disposed of. Nothing coming back to try and help defend this. This is just a full-on push at the moment coming down from IceTea. He's going to be able to take out that 3rd base. An extra hatch being built. It's full-on base trade time. We've got, obviously, the Mothership Core there waiting ready. Not enough energy to poke an overcharge. No more units getting warped in back at home yet. Mothership Core will get taken down pretty pronto. The Stalkers trying to do everything that they can. Pick up units wherever they can. Big supply blocks coming in for IceTea. He's not going to be producing anything more, but has he got enough already? It's 40 army supply up against 65. Couple of Lings, though, able to do really good damage, actually. The concern for Moop is that he can't really warp in much more. But does he have enough? Trying to take down as many of these workers as possible. Doesn't want any escaping. He's down to 4 probes himself. Unfortunately, one of the pylons across the map has been found, but he's got a base in the top left. That could be critical in this space race. Trying to take down the spawning pool, prevent any more Zerglings from coming on out. Few units should end up popping on through. They're just going to get quickly dispatched. Force field being used. That force field's actually not ideal. Like, delays Moop from coming on back. Some Lings have discovered the space to the top left. This is going to end up being a very, very interesting situation. The Cybercore falling means only Zealots can come out, but Moop doesn't have the money to make anything. Doesn't have the money to make a probe. He's got 1 probe out on the map. This guy's a hero. Will it make any difference, though? Pretty much. Oh, no, an extractor's been left there. It's always dangerous. A hatch going to come down. There's still a hatch at the bottom left and the bottom right. Down goes the Nexus. Not enough to build anything else at the moment. Moop, did he overcommit with this base race? Did he go for it too soon? He's coming down. He's going to discover this base to the left, but he doesn't know about the one to the right, I don't think. There's still a lot of buildings here, but they're being worked away out easily by the mutas. Does Moop know about this bottom right-hand base? No, he doesn't. Takes out this one to the top left easily. Needs to come back and defend, though. If he defends, he wins. Only if he can kill these units in time. How much? 13 Stalkers up against 13 Mutalisks. He'll be close. Drones being pulled. Trying to just get an added bit of damage through. The Zealots and Immortals would be best going to try and find any additional bases. In we go now. The trade coming on through. The Mutalisks taking some damage. The Zealots should go on an adventure. The Zealots should go and try and find anything that they can. Moop cannot mine anything more. This is a bit of a stalemate at the moment. A couple of units are going to get discovered here. Every little really does help. Oh, the mutas coming on in. The Stalkers just need to stay here. The Stalkers and the Sentries need to stay here. The Zealots need to go on a bit of an adventure. This is getting very tense. It's only too little. 2 Incy, Wincy, Bincy, Gateways, and an Assimilator. Okay, the Immortals are off on an adventure. They're going to find that top left-hand base. The probe's also discovered. Oh no, it just missed it! It just missed it! Okay, that's a problem. Okay, the Immortals might be about to get seen. They have been seen. This is a problem. The Mutalisks can go and intercept them. That means these Immortals are pretty much dead. Can they get that hatch before they die, though? The Stalker's moving forward. This is a dangerous play because by chasing the Mutalisks, it means that obviously the gateways are undefended. The Immortal's going to get taken down. This is a big loss for Moop. The Mutas, they can just stay agile. They can stay out of position here. Some Zealots moving on forward. There's still this base to the bottom right, though, and Moop does not know about it. Down goes the hatch to the top left. There's still a hatch up here, though. 2 gateways and an assimilator is all that remain. The Stalkers aren't going to get back in time. The Mutalisks could just run for it and they would do well. I think that this is just won by IceTea. I think IceTea can kill these 2 gateways and an assimilator. If it was just this hatch and extractor, then it would be a close call, but it's not. There's this hatch to the bottom right. If Moop goes back and watches this replay, he's going to be so sad about it. He had a probe so close to scouting it all down. But that's it. It's going to be GG. There's 1 gate left, and it's not going to last very long. Moop, if he just kept the Stalkers back here, he could have forced a stalemate. But that is it. It's going to be GG. It's going to get tied 1-1. And that means we get the ace game.